I had 18 different designers redesign the exact same homepage, and the results are pretty amazing. Let's check them out. This is OregonHandcraft.com. Now, we are not affiliated with this company, but when I came across this website, I felt that it would be a perfect opportunity for our designers to take this older, outdated site and give it a completely new look, a total refresh, and I was blown away by the work that we received back from our designers. Now, in this video, I'm going to share with you our top 3 winners that were voted upon by a panel of judges, and I think you're going to really love their work. And then in the description down below this video, I'm going to include links to all of the other designers' work so you can thumb through those and see how each designer approached this brief differently. So we're going to start out with our second place winner, who was Mike Trif. Now, Mike has won several of these design competitions, and it's no secret why. You can tell that he is a very talented designer, and in these different designs, both Mike's and the other winners, you're going to see that there are a lot of better images. Inside this brief, we provided everyone with a folder full of different images just to give this a better look on their refresh. We didn't want them to use any images from the old website for copyright issues, and that does make a big difference with these websites. But aside from that, you can see that the layout of Mike's work is just really, really engaging. It's simplistic, which matches the brand, but it's just easy to consume. It's easy on the eyes. We've got our header here, and then we've got a horizontal layout here. So we've got our subheader and our call to action over on the right. And then I love what he's done with this main image. You can see that this has hover points. So when you hover over the individual pieces, it's going to open up some sort of call to action or buy now feature, which is a lot more engaging than anything that existed on the old website, which mostly were just static images. Now, as we continue to scroll down, you can see that Mike has utilized a slider, allowing you to slide between the different categories. In this case, this is best sellers. And I love that he has increased the size of the highlighted category, just so you can see exactly what you're looking at. And then you can, of course, thumb through all of the other sliders. Now, coming down here, we've got a number of different testimonials, and this appears to be a slider, so you can slide through the different testimonials. And I do really like that he has shortened a lot of these. One thing that I do notice is big, long testimonials. They do provide a certain amount of social proof, but people rarely read them when they're really, really long. And so highlighting the most important parts of a reviewer testimonial can make it much easier for people to consume. And then down here at the bottom, we have the footer. And I love just the very small details like this watermark here behind the logo and this hanging lamp piece here, which again, just adds a level of customization. And overall, this was a fantastic design. And with Mike's design as well as the others, it's always very, very difficult to choose a first place winner. So I want to take my hat off to Mike, tell him fantastic job. This easily could have been a first place submission. Now, our third place winner was Nick Hollenbeck, and when I received his design file, I instantly fell in love with it, especially because of this style that he used in the header, which is something that I have been trying to utilize in a lot of my websites because it's just a fun way to shake things up. So rather than having a traditional header, subheader, image, and call to action, you're basically mixing all of those things together. So you can see that there are different images inside this oversized header. We've got different product images, and I imagine you being able to click on these if there is an image of a product that interests you, and you could potentially even have those changing slowly. You don't want to make things too overwhelming, but I do love how much he has accomplished inside this header. Now we've got our subheader, which is here almost inside of the header, and then we've got our call to action down here at the bottom. Now again, this design or this style is a bit more out there, but for me as a creative mind, I really, really enjoyed this design, and obviously our other judges did as well. Now I love this floating table here, and this gives you the opportunity to do a lot of cool things when you're developing this site. For example, a scroll effect, so when I'm scrolling, this table could be slightly moving. It just gives it a feel of a little bit more movement, action. It just feels more engaging, so I really like that header section. And then scrolling down to the rest of this, you can see that he is using big sections to really highlight these products. Now, one thing that I love about this is all of these products are handmade, they're made out of wood, and I love that these images are large enough that you can see the grain of the wood. And I feel like when we're focusing on the quality or craftsmanship, the images should be the focal point of our entire website, not the content or the words. And I do love these watermarks behind all of the images of that wood grain, I feel like it just draws or pulls my attention to those specific product images. Now, as I continue to scroll down, we've got a testimonial section with a slider. Again, I think this is a fantastic way to utilize space so people don't have to scroll too much to see all of the different testimonials. And very similar to the last design that we talked about, if you don't want to take out individual snippets from a testimonial to make it easier to read, sometimes it's more beneficial to just show one at a time. Make sure that the font is large enough so people have an easy time reading it. And then over here on the left, I really love kind of this wooden texture outline of the image. And then at the bottom, we have a very simplistic footer. I'm a big fan of these, especially when there aren't a ton of links. There's not a ton for people to look at. You might as well not use up more space than you need to. So Nick, fantastic job. I really love this design. And last but not least is our first place winner, which is Caitlin Emond. And Caitlin blew this one out of the water. I feel like her design was simplistic. It was elegant. I feel like this one maybe did the best job of really matching this brand of modern, clean, wooden design. I just feel like everything about this is warm, inviting, and easy to navigate. So right here in the header, she has this background image, and if you've watched other videos of mine, you know that I'm not a huge fan of having a background image and then a text overlay. The only time that I'm okay with this is where it is strategically placed, where there's no focal point of the image that falls behind the text or call to action. So in this case, the focal point or the dining room area is over here to the right, and then we've got the text over here to the left. And really, all that's behind it is textured, solid colored background. And so I really love how this was utilized. I love the underline of one of a kind. Again, this is a great way to change the hierarchy and really show people where they should put their focus. And then we've got a very simplistic call to action. Now, as we scroll down, I love the way that this is laid out. It is a very kind of traditional e-commerce layout with a slider. I just think that it's really, really easy to consume. It's easy on the eyes, a lot of white space. Again, it's elegant, it matches the brand, and this one just felt like it was the closest to what we were looking for from the brief. And then again, we've got a testimonial slider down here that shows an image of the product that is talked about in the testimonial or the product that was purchased by the person that left the review. And then we've got a very simplistic footer. So fantastic design. Again, all three of these designs could have won, but we were really, really impressed with this first place winner, which was Caitlin. Now, if you like these types of videos and you want more just like this, please be sure to hit that like button down below, and also hit the like button if you enjoyed any of these designers' work, because a lot of work and effort went into these. And if you want to see the other submissions, you can click the links down below in the video description. There are some that are really, really impressive. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.